please let Wilson know. Can type in the chat, and I will let Wilson to read it for me, and I'll answer it.
Yes. Oh, good. Thank you, Katarina, for your sharing. But everyone, please wait. Let me feel my emotion first.
Okay, good one.
Yeah. I learned and I apply it immediately because just now, like Katarina said, okay, now is our Q&A section. Okay, you can type your question in the chat box, or if you feel like you want more privacy, you can PM me. Okay, so I can read out your question anonymously. So because Katarina is a very experienced, okay, psychotherapy, especially in her field. Just now, like I listened to what she said, the content, it's like flashback to me, the sadness, the angle, the inner child. But yeah, maybe from myself, Miss Katarina, if you can answer, because like now we are grown up already, adult, okay, man up. So sometimes when you talk about children trauma, sometimes like basically we just forgot about it. I can't recall any specific scene that I might have like in trouble to cause whatever is it. So would that be like helpful, or like forget is a good thing, or okay, listen, you forget already, I can't help you. That kind of things.
Trust me, you only forgot because you stopped paying attention to it. And some people forget because it's just too painful to remember. But with the Elevate Within framework, we always remember. I have people, they come for a session, they sit down and they tell me, my childhood was great, Katarina, nothing major there. And then half an hour later, they recall certain specific memories where they were told something when people actually they witness something, right? And they will always tell me, I completely buried that memory deep down there, like it didn't happen. So it always resurface, always. I can promise you that. As long as you have a good guide, special method, you're paying attention to your emotions, you will link and connect with your childhood somehow, even if it's not on your conscious level and now you can't really recall. And or sometimes, what's not traumatic for me could be traumatic for you, or the other way. You think this is normal, everyone went through it, all my friends had parents like this, everyone was bullied in school, or they always prefer other child, one sibling, so what's a big deal? And then when you sit down and you actually realize that my mom would always choose my sister. I felt like no matter what I do, I can never be chosen. The preferences they had. And then they'll be like, can this really be under all this? And yes, it's huge for us. Actually, the trauma which can come from even very simple to us, simple situations.
Yeah, because I believe that always like the first step never be easy. Even though somehow we understand that, okay, I go to this elevate within framework, I will be better. And or maybe our enzyme. Some people know you finish up, then you will be in better position. But they're so afraid about the first step for the good reaction. So yeah, that's something we have to overcome also, right?
Yes, that's something which, let's not wait until we are forced to do something about it, until we already have physical illness, because it's not just about physical health. It's about healthy responses, about attracting the right partner, about being a good partner in a relationship. Everything is connected, every single thing. The physical part, physical sickness is the last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we're not on. If we are doing it because we are sick, we are motivated enough, let me tell you that. Okay,
Okay.
but let's not go that far. Let's just see the quality of our life and be honest with ourselves. Am I actually enjoying my children? Am I being able to sit and be present to enjoy them? Am I triggered with my partner? Could this relationship be better? Or am I coming from my old wounds every single time he criticizes me, or every single time they leave me? So, that is the motivation. And yes, I know it's scary. And especially when we have a very strong traumatic experience from the childhood, it is scary. Um, Sometimes the time is right and we know. Um, I believe that when people come to me, they are always ready. Just the fact that they found me, and those people who are here today, just the fact that they somehow attended this.
So
Uh,
they're here because somehow they are ready.
they were
Actually,
ready,
right? Yeah.
yes, they were ready to hear what I had to say. And maybe they are not ready tomorrow, but it's already there. And in a few months or a few years, they will understand. Oh, now I know what she was talking about. Let's do it.
Mm. Yeah, true, true. Okay, yeah, I have someone type in the chat box. Okay, he said that I have a young girl who recently trying to expose her coach of misconduct, but at the end her friends ignore her and she go into blaming and guilty mood. Keeping herself at home, trying to blame herself, also trying to check if she can apologize to her coach, even though she will still expose the misconduct. Now, we are afraid she can't walk out of her duty. How will you suggest to help her?
Okay, let me read it again.
Yeah.
Okay, keeping herself,
Mm-hmm.
blame herself. Yeah, just by holding space for her and making her understand that she could not do anything else because she's also coming from her own pain, right? What sometimes we do things we regret later. We are angry with ourselves. The self forgiveness is one of the hardest. I have people keep coming and somehow they still find something they haven't forgive themselves for, right? But understanding that actually the acceptance that she could not do anything else at that point of time, coming from who she was that particular time when she has done it, coming from her own wounds, right? We hold space for them. We make them feel accepted in a way that it's okay to feel this way. It's okay that you have done it. And it's even okay to feel guilty about it, but it's not serving you in any way, right? Sometimes to face ourselves is the hardest. And sometimes it's really enough to be there for people to go to overcome this difficult situation. Of course, you can always get external help, but as a friend, just being there for her is and actually listening without judgment. She's already judging herself, right? Listening without any judgment is a game changer for people, especially if they will start thinking of hurting themselves or a suicide. um, that is very important, that there is no judgment, just holding space for them to feel safe. No matter what I have done, no matter what happened, there is a safe space for me.
Yeah. So, well, sometime is life. We've been through a lot of things. So, well, I a bit emotional when listen to all this also, Katarina.
That's
So,
great. It's great. I'm so happy. I'm really happy to hear that. That was the intention. So we all get in touch with what's inside, at least on some surface level.
true. Okay, before I lost it, okay. So I have something to announce. Okay. So just now, Katarina do mention that you are big fans of our Do Good enzyme, and today for you, Katarina, in your event, we do this event special. So this buy five free one special promotion, and also buy 15 free four. Okay, this special event packs will last until this Friday. So grab it before it's gone, and well, we have every Tuesday we have this public health sharing section, not only for physical healthy, and also like today we have the mental emotion healthy is very important as well. That should be every Tuesday, free of charge. Do when you receive our Zoom link, share with your friend. And every Thursday we have our life venture system. Okay, so to show people about our how to start up with our entrepreneurship, entrepreneur spirit to improve our life condition. Okay, somehow. So yep, that's some important date. So the next one will be on 16 this Thursday. Okay, so come back here. We do have Katarina with us online, so we keep our Q&A section ongoing. So okay, Choi Huang say yes, thanks, and Michelle. Okay, we have Michelle sharing here. So Miss Katarina, have you read her question? Yeah, would you like to answer this?
Yes, reading the question now. Okay,
Okay.
so you can see the expression and even facial expression changes, and it it feels like he's withdrawing.
Mm,
It only get intense over time. If we are suppressing for a long time, you will see even people over 50, 60, 70. I have clients in their 70s uh, where it's the body reaction, the strong emotions resurface for them at that particular age. And yet they still have to go back to their childhood and process those emotions because it's all coming from there. And over the years, they have accumulated a lot of other events and traumas, of course, attracting certain traumas to their life, which adds on, and it's just too much for people to cope. So,
mm,
how you can help him? You can always start talking to him about emotions, like what I did today. Asking questions, ask right questions. When did you feel like this before? Or if you can recall, even though you might think that they don't remember. I have a client, 76 years old lady, and she, of course, have difficulties to remember. But when we did a guided process with her, she was able to access those memories when she was a little girl. And it doesn't have to be with me or with the therapist. Actually, he has the access. Just right guidance or just open up the topic. The best thing is always to share about yourself, to be honest. You open up to people, people will open up to you. If you see that it's resurfacing and it's intense, it's more intense than before, even though it looks like a withdrawal, it's still just a response. You can start sharing with him about your stuff. It doesn't have to be that deep. You don't have to tell him your secrets or about your pain, but certain sharing is okay. And then slowly ask right questions, and maybe he will be willing to share more with you. Of course, enzyme is a great support in this situation. Absolutely, I think that's exactly what he needs. But for you to work with him, you can support him just talking to him and asking right questions about his emotions. That would definitely help.
yep. Okay. So okay, we might. Yep, got it. Thanks. Okay, so we accept maybe one last question or situation. So if you have, maybe you are still typing. Okay, to explain about the situation. So we give you some time. Okay. So yeah, I think it's always life influence life, right? Like our motto of the company. So we believe to share, show our kindness to other people is also a very great things that we can do on this, right, Miss Katarina?
Yes, absolutely. Be kind with each other, but be kind with yourself first. Be kind to
Ooh, that's the
yourself.
most difficult one.
Yeah, don't judge yourself. So what, we all have issues, we all have traumas, we all been through certain situations